When a police officer meets a killer, should he arrest him? The answer is no. Not only does he not arrest him, he even invites him home as a guest. Come in, make yourself comfortable. Let me chill this. And just like that, a new round of mind games begins. The moment Shadow steps inside, he carefully checks the house for listening devices, casually touching the furniture and checking for dust to judge whether the father and daughter have just moved in. "You won't get away," Officer Huang jokes. "Even as a guest, you can't escape cooking." That line carries more meaning than it seems. In the kitchen, Shadow keeps testing him, asking how many years he has been cooking. More than 10 years. "So you use this kind of knife?" That sounds reasonable, but Shadow isn't done yet. While preparing the fish, he starts asking about Guogu. "Your kid looks smart. How did he get that scar on his forehead?" Soon, the three of them sit down to eat. Officer Huang pretends to go to the bathroom and asks Guogu to put down his phone and chat with the neighbor uncle. "If I had a kid, I wouldn't let him play on his phone at the table." Guogu naturally places his phone next to Shadow's, and at the same time, the police begin copying data from Shadow's phone. While chatting, Shadow casually asks about Guogu's scar. He says it happened in 5th grade during a fight with some girls. "You got into a fight?" "They were bullying another girl, and he couldn't stand it. He never told anyone about it." That answer catches Shadow's attention. Earlier, Officer Huang had told the whole story, yet Guogu insists he never told anyone. Shadow grows cautious again and asks once more about the scar. Guogu explains it was a 1-against-5 fight, and someone hit him with a bottle. He's surprised Officer Huang knows, since even his mom doesn't. Huang gently explains that Guogu didn't want his mom to worry, and even the teacher thought it was an accident. He admits that after divorcing Guogu's mother, he got into trouble over gambling debts and feared those people might hurt his child. "But I've always been watching over you." It turns out that after Guogu's father passed away, Officer Huang secretly protected him all along. Knowing the truth, Guogu is deeply moved. This quiet care perfectly removes Shadow's suspicions. The dinner ends on a pleasant note, and Shadow leaves without finding any flaws. After Shadow leaves, Officer Huang quickly sends Guogu to deliver the copied data. Meanwhile, Simon and Hope seem to be plotting something. Shadow calls Simon to ask about the women they investigated. Simon says they're safe, but in truth he already knows Shadow is being watched by the police. He chooses not to tell him. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. Officer Huang thinks it's Guogu, but a black-clad assassin bursts in with a gun. Huang reacts fast, and a brutal hand-to-hand fight breaks out from the living room to the kitchen and back again. Strangely, the surveillance team doesn't respond. That's because Simon hacked their system and replaced the footage. Luckily, Alpaca notices something wrong. Guogu's image on the screen keeps repeating the same expression. Realizing the danger, the team rushes to help. Hearing the police are coming, Hope retreats after firing a warning shot. Simon has already found the server storing over 10 billion. With Shadow under police attention, Simon plans to take everything for himself. He hides the truth so Shadow draws the police away. Hope, however, doesn't want to abandon Shadow, their godfather who raised them in the orphanage. But Simon remembers how Shadow almost killed them over a small mistake, revealing his cold-blooded nature. Hatred grows. The brothers make a bet. If they can save Shadow, the plan follows Hope. If not, they follow Simon. Hope fails, and Simon takes control. To steal the fortune, Simon hires mercenaries for $50 million. The operation is set for 72 hours later. Hope lures Shadow out under the pretense of discussing the plan, while the police secretly search Shadow's house. Seeing bubble wrap on the screen, Officer Huang senses something strange. Suddenly, a truck crashes into their vehicle near the courthouse. It's no accident. Then an armored vehicle storms in, and mercenaries open fire. Officer Huang orders the team to stay focused and keep Shadow under watch. He realizes the data isn't the key. The location is. Bubble wrap and patterns are actually Braille. Meanwhile, Hope brings Shadow to an abandoned orphanage. Using thermal imaging, the team is shocked by what they see. Communication with headquarters is suddenly cut off. Shadow enters the silent orphanage and immediately senses betrayal. His people aren't there. He removes his glasses and looks at the cameras. The mercenaries are no